so it's not. All right, yeah, should be working.
Okay. Hello, my name is Summer Chalfant, and I'm the Director of International Admissions here at the University of Kansas. This is Natalia Plotnikov, and she is the, I'm not sure if I got her name right, so she can correct me in a moment, but she is the Assistant Director of Career Services, and this is Joanna Hamill, who is an International Student Advisor with the Office of International Support Services. And we're here to discuss the great opportunities that career services and can provide to prospective and current students. And as well, we will touch on research opportunities for undergraduate students and OPT advising for after graduation. So to tell you a little bit about the University of Kansas. We are a major teaching and research university. We are located in Kansas, which is exactly in the middle of the United States. We have more than 190 undergraduate programs in 13 different schools. So almost any major that you might be interested in, chances are we will have something to offer you. There are around 28,000 total students, and around 2,100 of those are international, and we have students from all 50 states and more than 100 countries in the world. We are located in Lawrence, which is a very diverse, small, cosmopolitan city. It is around 100,000 people, and so it's a great size to give you that community feel, but also offer a lot of fun activities and a lot of food options, and we are located only about 40 minutes from an international airport and Kansas City, which is one of the large cities in the Midwest. And the proximity to Kansas City allows a lot of shopping as well as possible internship opportunities with companies that are located in that region. The weather here in Kansas, right now it is winter, so it's very chilly at the moment, but we do have 4 seasons, and so that means it's warm, sometimes very hot in the summer, and then the spring and fall are beautiful, and then the winter we do get snow, but it's definitely not overwhelming, but we do have some pretty cold days. We have a lot of things for students to get involved in on the campus, and that includes more than 600 student organizations. And those organizations vary widely. Some of them are just for fun, but some of them are very specific to your academic program. So you get a lot of great experience by joining those organizations. We also have opportunities in undergraduate research, entrepreneurship, and community service, so you can get a ton of hands-on experience to help you after graduation. And we also have a wide range of alumni that include world leaders, astronauts, CEOs, Nobel laureates, inventors, and something fun about KU is modern day basketball was actually invented here. And I don't know if anyone does watch NCAA basketball, but if so, you probably have seen the Jayhawks, and that is our school mascot. And I just realized I also forgot to introduce Seth Coulter, who is here. He is our communications coordinator, and you'll see him there at the front. And he is helping us to run the webinar today.
All right, so you see my slide. Again, my name is Natalia Plotnikov. I work at the University Career Center. I am a KU graduate. I graduated about 15 years ago. I came to KU to pursue my master's degree in linguistics. So I was an international student to start with. I've been working at KU for 3 years now, and I work with students advising them regarding everything that is career related. You see our information on the slide, including our website, career.ku.edu. It will have a lot of information about some of the things that I'm going to mention today. I'm going to start by showing you that on our website, we have a page that is specifically for international students that would have some links for career exploration, job search resources, visa information, and some additional resources. The next slide will mention the services that University Career Center provides to students. As a career coach, I work with students one-on-one. So if you're not sure which major to choose, if you're debating between several majors, don't know at all what you want to do, we can help you. We can talk about your previous experience, your interests, your goals, help you set the goals. We have some career assessments that you can take, and we can talk about these. I also help with job search. A lot of students that come to KU, they choose to work part-time while they're at KU, and most international students can work on campus. I would suggest that you check with International Student Services regarding your eligibility to work. But a lot of students should be able to work on campus, so I can help you find those opportunities, fill out application forms, prepare a resume, prepare a cover letter, and prepare for interviews. A lot of students come see us when they're looking for full-time employment closer to graduation as well. So we can talk about where to find opportunities, how to apply for these opportunities, and again, I can help you with the job search documents and preparation. We have a job database that is specifically for KU students. It's called hirejayhawks.com. And again, the nice thing, it is specifically for KU, so when you apply for opportunities through this job database, employers know and expect applications from KU candidates. We are also subscribed to some online resources that are international, Going Global, and My World Abroad. We're paying for these resources so that students that are interested in global careers can see what it's like working in different countries, get top employers, learn about employment trends, and get some links to top companies and different organizations. Going Global also has resources about American companies that have hired international candidates in the past. So you can see that information where these companies are, what they hired for, some job titles and salaries for these positions as well. I do a lot of workshops. This year I'm working with International Student Services, and I'm delivering workshops specifically for international students. These workshops are, again, how to write the American way, resumes, cover letters, how to apply for jobs, how to interview for these jobs. And my colleagues also deliver workshops on how to talk about your international experience, how to use it for other employment opportunities that you might be pursuing. So if somebody is interested in working on campus, there are so many different places to work on campus, including academic departments. So you can work with professors, helping them whether it is teach a class, conduct research, grade student papers. There are many student support services on campus, so you can work somewhere, for example, at the front desk. There are dining services, housing. We have libraries, museums, performing arts centers, student newspaper, bookstore, recreation center. So in some of these positions, you might be using the skills that you are learning in the classroom. For example, at the University Career Center, we have a marketing department where we employ students from business, journalism, and graphic design that are using their skills that they're learning in the classroom, performing real projects for us. You can do the same, for example, with the student newspaper and some other positions, depending on your major. But even if you're not working in the field, working helps you develop experience working in teams, being on time, customer service, flexibility, adaptability, and these are professional skills that a lot of employers are looking for, and they look really great on resume. You're also establishing connections that will help you with references when you're graduating. So lots of opportunities. I've seen that there are 1,200 jobs available here on campus. Where to look for these jobs? The major site for on-campus employment is employment.ku.edu. Some on-campus departments have their own websites, and you can find what these are by just going to career.ku.edu/pt-jobs. As it was mentioned, using the skills and developing new skills and making connections is extremely important. You mentioned that there are some student organizations on campus, and this is a great way to get leadership experience, meet fellow students with the same interests. Some organizations have speakers where you can learn from professionals in the field. A lot of organizations do volunteer work. There are other opportunities for engaged learning, and we have a page on our website, career.ku.edu/engaged-learning, where you can get some information and some links for research opportunities on campus, volunteering opportunities on campus, getting additional certificates in student organizations and others. Again, that is our job database, so every student at KU has access to it. We post their internships, full-time jobs, different off-campus opportunities, and that's a way to schedule appointments with us, view our events. So this is a great website to use for everything that's job-related. One of the most important ways that people get jobs is through networking. Networking is developing connections, building relationships with people. And we try to give you a lot of networking opportunities. We bring employers to campus. We have about over 700 employers every year that attend our events on campus. A lot of them are attending our career fairs, but then we also have networking, informal networking opportunities, employer panels. Some departments, some career services do on-campus interviewing as well.
And with those events, do you have anything that's like specific to different majors? Like, do you have events that are specifically for engineers or specifically for business administration, or how does that work?
We have several career centers on campus. University Career Center serves students from some majors, liberal arts, social welfare, architecture, a few others, but we have separate career centers for business, separate career center for engineering, a separate career center for journalism. So these centers will have their own events, but students from different majors can attend different events. There is some overlap between majors. So engineering, we will have some employers that might hire engineering, they might hire science engineering, have the same. We have big overlap with the business school, but they do have their own events. I think the next slide will actually show the different events that all the different departments have. So at the beginning of the year, we start with the part-time job fair, and it would have the part-time on-campus jobs added. So it's a great way to start the year and meet a lot of employers in one place. Then there is a volunteer fair, so we invite volunteer organizations that talk about very flexible volunteer opportunities in the community. We have internship fair and university career fair. And then the business school would put it as two business career fairs. Journalism will have a career fair, engineering career center will have their separate career fairs as well. Again, they would be open to all students from all different majors. And this information about our events is posted at career.ku.edu event feed. So for any upcoming events that are very close, you can actually click on the event and see who is attending and get prepared for that and attend. Then the employer panels would be beyond KU, so we do something interesting. We try to show you that if you have a passion for something and you major in other interests, you can combine your interests and explore some opportunities. So we did some interesting sessions for careers in sports, trying to show that you have passion for sports and then you have passion for writing. So you might do sports journalism and you have passion for sports and photography, so it's
Okay.
not only athletics. You can look at it from different interests, so many different people.
So it helps you figure out how to combine all of your interests and find a career that
Right.
matches that.
And you're actually working very often with KU alumni that pursued their interests in these positions, or other community members that combine their passions. So you're learning from them, networking with them. Mock Sales and Mingle is more informal, so you can just meet them one-on-one, eat some food, and then talk about their careers, what they did during college, so that you can get ideas what you might be able to do. Then we have some really fun events. For example, etiquette dinners are very popular, so we'll talk to students about dining etiquette, and we get to practice the skills over a meal.
And you get a free meal?
You have to pay $20 for a meal, but it just covers a very fancy meal.
fancy meal.
Several courses, a lot of information, great way to practice that.
Yeah, and it's fun.
It's fun. Yeah. Something new that we're doing this year, we're doing career communities. That is going to target approach to give students information about certain pathways and provide very targeted resources and events. So we have 5 career communities that you see on the screen, and we have career coaches that are working specifically with communities. For example, I'm working with scientists, technologists, and health professionals.
Okay.
A lot of students might be interested in knowing what our graduates do after graduation, so we compile employment data. We have several people in our office that send out surveys to students after graduation, and then they conduct additional research and create reports for the data. So if you're interested in seeing what students do after graduation, go to career.ku.edu/employment data, and it will have information about the percentages of students that obtained full-time employment, decided to pursue additional education, obtained part-time employment. You will see the average salaries, some of the top employers, and you can see information for a certain year, it's by year, for all majors, but then you can sort, and if you're interested in a specific major, you can look up for that major.
So they kind of know what to expect and what kind of goals to set.
Right.
Great. Okay, so there's obviously a ton of services and support offered by the Career Services Office, and we really encourage all of our students here on campus to take advantage of those, because our goal is to make sure that you're not only successful during college, but we also want to make sure that you're successful afterwards. And as a part of that, we also have research opportunities on campus. Our undergraduate research center, or Center for Undergraduate Research, I should say, in the last year awarded more than $72,000 to undergraduate students to conduct research. And something to recognize about research is that you can do it in any major. So it's not only limited to the sciences and the STEM fields. There are students in art doing major and English literature and any major across campus, anything that you might be interested in, chances are you can do research in that and again, gain that hands-on experience that will help you in your career. The Center for Undergraduate Research is here to help you figure out how to do that, how to write a research proposal, how to find a faculty member. We do have the ability to pair students with faculty mentors to help them. You have the opportunity to either work on research that a faculty member is already conducting, or you can write your own research proposal, come up with your own idea for research, and then a faculty member can help you learn how to make that happen. And along with that, there are $1,000 scholarships that are available for the top proposals. And so there's a lot of opportunity for you to really get involved as early as your first year of study here at KU. And so now we will go to Joanna to talk about more employment opportunities for students with F-1 visas.
Yeah, so I'm here, again, my name is Joanna, I work in International Support Services, so we will help advise you on anything immigration related in terms of employment on campus or off campus. Real briefly, I will mention, we didn't put a slide on here, but I will mention, since we talked about on-campus work opportunities, that students on an F1 visa are allowed to work on campus without permission up to 20 hours per week. So some of the positions she was mentioning, like working at the bookstores or with dining or as like a front desk assistant or something, that would be an option for you on an F1 visa to do that up to 20 hours per week without any special permissions. The majority of our students are here on F1 visas, so I'm going to focus primarily on that. Students on a J1 visa would still need to have written permission to work on campus, but our office is more than happy to help advise on any questions you have about employment. Moving forward, I'm going to focus a little bit more about off-campus work authorizations. So as an F1 student, there are some options for you to work off-campus. Because you're an international student, you do have to kind of not only find the opportunity, but also keep in mind the immigration side of things. So any work that you would do off campus would require some sort of written permission. But there are opportunities for you, so we're going to talk a little bit about those. There are options for you to work in an internship or a job that's directly related to your major or degree. There are basically two types of work authorizations that are available for you off campus. So the first one is called curricular practical training. You'll often hear it referred to as CPT. And this is really tied to the academic side of things, as the name suggests, curricular. And then there's also optional practical training, or OPT, and that is something that allows you to just gain practical experience in your field of study. So it's an optional experience, not necessarily required for your degree. We'll talk a little bit more about each one individually. So what is curricular practical training? So this is something that you could do if you need to complete a specific course requirement for your program of study. So let's say your undergraduate program requires some sort of an internship course or a practicum, teaching practicum, then CPT might be an opportunity for you because it's employment that's being driven by that academic need. So you would get an internship opportunity, and then you enroll for a course, and you actually receive academic credit for the work that you're doing. Because this is an opportunity that is driven by an academic need, it's only permitted, of course, before you've completed your program. On the other hand, OPT is, again, kind of, I mentioned this already, but it's really just an opportunity for you to gain that practical work experience in your field of study. It's not necessarily something that's a requirement for your degree program, but it's something that you want to gain that actual practical experience of out in the field, which is very important in the future for you if you want to continue to work here in the U.S. or take back some experience to your home country. So that's what this is sort of built for. For example, maybe you have an internship that you just want to do and it's related to your field, but you don't really need to get academic credit for that internship. So OPT might be an opportunity for you here. As with both options, it does need to be directly related to your major, but this one can actually be done while you're completing your degree or after you complete your degree. So it's available pre or post. For example, if you wanted to do a summer internship, maybe between your junior and senior year, but you didn't really need any academic credit for it, you might be able to apply for what's called pre-completion OPT. And I won't get too further into details there. Now, one more thing on that. You do have 12 months of OPT eligibility for each higher level degree that you complete. So you would start out with those 12 months for your bachelor's degree, for example. It is possible with current rules right now that you might be eligible if you're in a STEM field, certain STEM fields, which stands for science, technology, engineering, and math, that you may potentially be eligible to extend that for another 24 months, giving you a total of 3 years of practical work experience.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah. So that was just kind of a general overview. Again, we are more than happy to help you navigate those things. They can be fairly complicated, and that's why we're here. So some support services that we offer, of course, you can always visit our websites, and I actually put our specific employment links up there for students in F1 status. We also have information for students in J1 status on our website as well, or other statuses. But our primary ones are iss.ku.edu/CPT or OPT. So you're welcome to check that out if you have more questions about that. Once you're here, we offer appointments in the mornings, and we offer drop-in hours in the afternoons for you to just come ask quick questions. She mentioned employment topic workshops where the Career Center will talk about resumes and cover letters and things like that. We also offer specific workshops on things like curricular practical training and optional practical training. Each fall and spring we'll dive more into those details. ISS reviews and actually authorizes CPT, and then we will help you with your OPT applications to the government. So we're here to help you navigate anything related to the immigration side of things with employment.
And so, Joanna, do you have any examples of like recent OPT that you've worked with students on, like the types of things that they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, it varies widely depending on the program of study, but yeah, we see it. I would say a good majority of our undergraduate students will apply for optional practical training after they've completed their degree, and I've also CPT for a summer internship. I see a lot of engineering students taking advantage of some opportunities. It does not have to be in Kansas. Now, during your program here, of course, you have to be enrolled full-time during the fall and spring, but for example, over the summer, we've seen internship opportunities for companies in Oregon or California. I've seen students work with things like Facebook and Apple, or big companies like that. Some architectural firms in Kansas City. A lot of our accounting students will get great internships with big accounting firms in Kansas City. And then after graduation, a wide range of things that we see. So yeah, there's some wonderful opportunities out there.
Yeah, so all of these opportunities really are attainable, and both of these offices work together to make sure you have the support to be able to navigate that and make sure that you are able to successfully complete these opportunities. So this last slide shows you a little bit of contact information. The first one is my office, so definitely if you're looking for assistance applying to the University of Kansas, we want you to reach out and let us know any questions you have. We are here to help you through that process as well. And then International Support Services, if you have questions about anything related to immigration. Of course, the topics we've been talking about today are more for students who are already here on campus, but definitely we welcome any questions from prospective students as well, along with career services. If you are wanting to know, if you're in the middle of your making your decision about what college to attend, if you want to know more about any of this information to see if what KU has to offer is the best fit for you, we definitely want to hear from you anytime throughout the process. So thank you very much for joining us today, and please reach out and let us know if there's anything we can do to assist.